Welcome, friends, again in the channel. And as you all know, that today's topic is written communication, and this video is dedicated to part 4. So, this is the source that you always know. From this source, I have taken my materials, and these are the parts of basic business communication, written communication, particularly. And these are the 5 parts, among which the first 3 we have already completed, and number 4 is today's topic, writing minutes of a meeting. Without wasting time, let us move on to the root part, minutes of a meeting. Here, the minutes of a meeting, and before that, we have to have a comprehensive idea about the minutes of a meeting. First thing that you understand, keeping a record. As we can understand that meetings are held basically to discuss certain significant topics. And indeed, this costs money and time. So, keeping a record would be beneficial for every meeting because meeting is considered to be a greater value. So, keeping a record is significant. Second is that an official recording. So, minutes of a meeting, keeping the record of the meeting is official recording. And third is that help in informing both attendees and non-attendees. So if you are keeping records, if you are taking or noting down or jot down certain significant points, you can later on provide these informations to the people who have attended the meeting and to the people who have not attended the meeting. So the discussions, deliberations led to the decisions at the meeting, you can, by giving proper information to the attendees and non-attendees, do best. Number 4 is record the plan. The plan or recording the plan is about the action, who must take the action, how that person may take the action, or when he or she should take the action. In that way, minutes of a meeting actually gives the recording of the plan or an official recording or keeping a record or help in informing the attendees or not attendees. These 4 factors you need to remember while understanding writing minutes of a meeting. In the next slide, there is the minutes usually include the following, and then you have to understand first what is minutes. There are the certain points. Date, time, and venue of the meeting is the minutes. Second, the purpose of the meeting. Third, names of attendees and non-attendees. Fourth is the agenda items. Fifth, the decisions arrived at. Follow-up action plans. Who needs to take actions, deadlines, etc. And the last, follow-up meeting. These are the sections, these are the points of minutes. So if you are asked to write about the minutes, these points you need to produce. The question may be asked of 2 marks, so you do not need to worry about this in your answer. In the next slide, you have to understand again the differences between minutes of the meeting and transcript of the meeting, because both are almost similar type of phrases, but there is indeed differences. And what are the differences? This in this slide we can understand this. So minutes of the meeting on the left hand and transcript of the meeting on the right hand. So what I have done for you, I have already written them in points. So these are the points. 5 points are here: purpose, detail level, length, usage, and time to produce. So whether in the minutes of the meeting, taking the point of purpose, summarizing key factors, decisions, and actions taken during the meeting. On the other hand, transcript of the meeting suggests a verbatim word for word record, everything said during the meeting. So this is transcript of the meeting. Second point is detail level. So it minutes of the meeting provides concise summary, highlighting only important discussions, decisions, and actions. On the other hand, transcript of the meeting extremely detailed, capturing every detailed word, spoken word, including filler words, pauses, and all exchanges. Third point is length. So minutes of the meeting is basically shorter, typically just few pages, because it focuses only the key points. On the other hand, transcript of the meeting is much longer because it focuses on in detail on every word spoken in the meeting. The next point is usage. So minutes of the meeting commonly used to document official decisions, tasks, assigns, and follow-up actions. On the other hand, transcript of the meeting often used in legal proceedings, conferences, or formal settings where an accurate record is very necessary to keep. The last point is the time to produce on hand minutes of the meeting, on the other hand, transcript of the meeting. Minutes of the meeting are quicker to produce because only there are summaries. On the other hand, transcript of the meeting takes longer to produce because it demands verbatim record, analytical and point by point. It requires documentation or documenting everything verbatim. So these are the key factors. On the left hand, there are points, and again, there is a description or the differences in detail between these two. On the one hand, minutes of the meeting, on the other hand, transcript of the meeting. So if any question is asked on this topic, you can easily write this. Moving on to the next topic is thus recording the minutes. So if you are asked how to record the minutes, these are the factors that you need to remember. The first one is participant. The participants in the recording of the minutes must have a sharp eye for detail, must be able to multitask, still stay focused during the meeting. The next is when in doubt, clarify with others who attended the meeting and ensure that only facts are presented in the meeting. So, when in doubt, you have to do this. The next point is note taking. So, it is very advisable to take down detailed notes during the meeting, and once the meeting concludes, prepare a draft for the approval by the chairperson. Next point is no inclusion of emotion and feeling. So, if two participants have a heated argument or if they are quarreling in the meeting or during a meeting, this need not be recorded in the minutes or in the record of the minutes. So, this is a very significant point because there should be no inclusion of emotion and feeling. The language must be simple and crisp. It includes concrete points rather than who said what during the discussion, not this type of clear, concrete discussions, clear, concrete phrases or words should be included the language part. Fundraising event, the next point. Now, look at the minutes of a meeting conducted to discuss a fundraising event he for she. So, now what is this fundraising event? I'm coming to that point. The last point is what to include. So, only information that qualifies as an outcome of the meeting included in the minutes. So this is you need to understand what to include in the recording the minutes. So if you are asked to write about the record of the minutes, these are the points that I have selected. These are the points that I have already pieces. So you have to write either in this way or in a paragraph way. Now, recording the minutes, therefore, is a big responsibility. And looking at these points, we have to really understand that this is really a big responsibility to take down the notes, take down proper or to use the proper language, how to include, what to include, fundraising, even no inclusion of emotion, feeling. All of these factors you have to remember while record the minutes. Now, in the next slide, he or she fundraising event, as I was talking about. And here, there is a detailed description of a fundraising event. So don't worry, you do not have to remember all of these factors. You just have to remember the points that I have marked in color. For example, date, time, venue, check, like in attendance, agendas, welcome speech, subcommittees, etc. Like chief guest, suggestions sent through mail, benefits obtained, concessions made. All of these points you can write by your own. You do not have to worry about this because you have no such rule that you have to write only this, what I have produced here. Just remember the marked or colored topics. Like I said, date, time, etc. So whenever you are writing a he for she fundraising event or any other kind of fundraising event, just remember that you have to represent these points. Now, if you really want to point out these and if you really wish to write down this particular piece of writing here that I have produced for you, because you are going to get it in the PDF version in the description of the video. So if you want to write this, you have this. But if you try to make it better or try to make it creative or try to write down something new, then you are welcome. Just take the points and make it yourself. Now, the last part here is the review questions. These are the review questions of 2 marks, 5 marks, and 10 marks is each. So I do not have to repeat the questions. You can see it, you can go through it, and all of the answers that I have written in the either slides, you have all of the answers of the questions. So do not worry again about this because these questions are already answered in the previous slides. What you have to do, just go to the previous slides, and take down or note down, or if you wish to, just get a photocopy of all the PDF pages. So thank you very much. Thank you again for watching the video. This video is very little. Hope you have enjoyed it and hope this will help you a lot. Thank you. Stay healthy, stay blessed.